now we're beginning to get reports about vote buying in some parts of Anambra. We're hoping that that would not be the case, but it's not come through from Ihiala, I believe, where our correspondent Charles Opurum reported from not too long ago. We can see a party agent who's being challenged by his other colleagues from other political parties. Let's get a feel of the soundbite, and then we'll come back to our studio to continue the conversation. Well, my Igbo is not too good, so I will not be able to translate into it. But what we can tell you is that other party agents were challenging this particular party agent for voter inducement. Prior to that time, he had accompanied a woman to the polling unit and asked in Igbo, Egole, which is how much. And when he emerged from, that incident, he was challenged by his other colleagues. So that is what we can report to you at this point in time. And this came through from Ihiala. And, it brings us back to our earlier conversation about the positioning of the ballot box and the thumbprinting area, the stand, where you thumbprint on your ballot paper before you drop it into the box. Mr. Ogwade, you have observed many elections prior to this time, and we've seen videos, of different polling units and the positioning of the ballot box and the voting area. How satisfactory has that been for you?
Before you comment on that,
there
is a perspective from a voter right on the ground. Let's take that one quickly.
We saw that party mercenaries actually collecting people's cards, giving them, the ANEC will give them form to vote. And when they vote, they give it back to party mercenaries who will drop it in the ballot box. And they are buying and selling votes, actually negotiating. It's sad. And probably one party agent there who is very angry over the matter, he has been shouting on ANEC personnel, why are you allowing this kind? Nobody should touch ballot box or ballot paper of a voter. They should allow the voters to go and vote and drop the ballot paper inside the ballot box.
That's a confirmation.
Yes, I would assume, Mr. Ogwade, that anyway. You are a lawyer, so tell us what are the consequences and what are the penalties?
For starters, I want just to bring in something hilarious. Buki said that she does not speak or she does not know Igbo language.
But she heard.
But she had Egole. From where I come from, they will say she does not hear the language, but she knows the snippet of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's inducement, and of course, it's all against electoral law. But again, the problem is that, again, the second leg is that I'll use this opportunity to call on Amikputon to move in as much. I'm sure maybe before he was appointed, he would have asked the president, Tinubu, that I hope you give me all the powers. One of the things I want is that because I'm a lawyer, and that is well expected by us in the legal community, that the issue of the election tribunal should be set up. Because all these things come on and unpunished. The various things that will happen in Anambra now will happen, and nothing will happen. This election, I guess in 2014 or so, the first election of Peter Obi, if you remember, Obusi was a very hot place. And of course, some INEC officers compromised the process. Till tomorrow, nothing has happened in that regard. So if there is punishment, I guess that may stop this issue. You saw the EFCC people coming up I hope they will be able to make these people this thing that is happening, they will get some hands on it, they will fish them, then they will prosecute them. So they will now put a lie to my statement that they just came to grandstand. I don't think they should allow that to happen. But when it's the issue of grandstanding, people are arrested along the line, either there is a call from above or there are some influences or compromise, then the whole thing goes on, and the next election again, it happens. So, but the issue is that once this thing has been arrested through the following up with the due process of prosecuting, and those who are involved are made to face the rule of the law squarely, then it could deter those who are involved.
But what are the consequences in law?
The consequences is either 5 years, 7 years, depending. There are some 7 years for vote buying, 5 years for 7 years for vote buying, 5 years for inducement, and of course those who sell, yes, 7 years for those who are the one who are the vote sellers.
Well, there are variations to this thing, because I heard Mr. Adiluola say earlier about a 500,000 naira fine.
Yes, there is an option of fine. Again, that's what
12 months,
we don't want to promote.
On the wrist.
We don't want to promote that the issue of 500,000 naira fine, because that's the person who has come with a ton of money. And of course, they've already put the idea of fine, that amount, okay, if we are caught, they will pay the fine. We don't want that option of fine.
But what about the sponsor who has made the funds available?
That's where we are going. That again is part of it now, that we want even an improvement on the Electoral Act. And indeed, the National Assembly is working on it. And to me, they are delaying it. Maybe they want it to come up for the national election. We are saying, no, we thought it will come up for this Anambra election. But if it can't come up for Anambra election, it should come up for the upcoming Ekiti election.
One of the option of cancelling that election, where the election of the polls, where that occurrence occurred. What is it that brings that up?
Yeah, well, if they can find out that there is sufficient infraction in it, you know, unfortunately, we're in an election tribunal, I handle election matters too. We call it the compliance level.